Thanks for hanging out with us today. You don't have to be a gourmet chef to appreciate a kitchen hack. No matter what your culinary skill level is, it is so helpful to have some shortcuts. We all need those. Today, personal chef Tammy Brawley, owner of the Green Kitchen RVA, is here to show us her hack to break down chicken. And then we're going to take a break, and she will put together a flavorful pot of white chicken chili. Sounds delicious. Hey,
Absolutely.
Tammy.
Hey, Amy. Thanks for having me again.
It is so good to have you here because this is something that I've never heard of before, but it sounds like it's pretty easy.
It is pretty easy, and you know, I love it when people call them hacks or shortcuts, but you know what? I call it work smarter, not harder.
That's right.
So I think it's a great way to do it. Actually, as usual, we're going to have you a couple of hacks today. We've got about a 3-pound package of rotisserie chicken.
Okay.
It's already cooked. Costco packages it up, not to push Costco, but it's a decent price for what you get for the amount, almost 3 pounds. So it comes completely cooked, and I like this hack that I'm going to show you is how to break down these very large pieces using a KitchenAid mixer.
Okay, I'm just going to move your microphone a little bit. I hear maybe it's bumping, so I want to make sure everybody can hear your hack.
Well, considering that this is about 3 pounds, I'm actually just going to cut right through and give myself about 1/3 of a pound.
Okay.
Or 1/3 of 3 pounds, I should say. So 1 pound of chicken. And then I'm just going to walk over to the KitchenAid mixer. You can see these large chunks. The great thing, a second hack, is the fact these are cooked. This is cooked chicken.
It's so great to have that on hand.
Exactly, especially when you get home from work. You can make this recipe that we're going to do in the next spot. You can make this in a matter of moments. It doesn't take long at all. And my son actually discovered this hack. I'd love to say it's mine, but it's not. There was a video out there somewhere, I guess you want to say TikTok or Facebook,
yeah, one of those.
And it was a blind gentleman who started using a KitchenAid mixer to break down chicken.
Wow.
And so now my son, who cooks with me every week, we do this for these whole chickens.
That's
and
fantastic.
It's absolutely great. What we have is we've got the KitchenAid mixer, and we actually have the dough hook attachment.
Yep, I never use the dough hook. This gives me reason to get it out.
Absolutely. So we put the chicken in the bottom of the pan, or bottom of the bowl, excuse me. And you can turn it up a little bit, and it moves it around. And you can give it a little bit more speed as you go along. I don't want to splatter you.
Oh, it's fine.
Sometimes you want to get in because it will come to the side of the bowl. Obviously, you want to turn the mixer off. And then break it up again. Sometimes the moisture of the chicken will stick to it. And it's breaking it up into smaller pieces for us. You wouldn't want to put the entire 3 pounds of chicken in here because it would be far too much. But it does break it up. You know, I tell you it's going to break it up, but it seems to be...
Like anything else, sometimes, you know, just like kids and animals, you don't know what they're going to do on TV, so KitchenAid mixers too.
This is actually pretty great. And if it doesn't break it up enough for you, you can certainly put it back on the cutting board. But it usually does break it up quite well.
Just slowly put it in, like, you know.
If you want to add more,
yeah.
Like the recipe that we're using actually only calls for a pound of chicken.
Okay.
So that's why I did 1/3 of a package there. Normally it does break it up quite a bit more than this. I think it's because there is some moisture in that package. So I'm just going to still move this around a little bit.
Little secret too about the studio, it's always cold in here, so maybe that has something to do with it too. It's like we're in a refrigerator.
It does keep me awake though.
That's right.
Turn the speed up a little bit. It's great.
It's so nice though because you can be doing this while you're doing something else. You can be chopping up the vegetables or the herbs.
Absolutely. This is one of my favorite things about having a pan mixer is you can do other things while this is running.
It's a time saver for everything else.
It's definitely a time saver. You can say, oh, I don't have a big mixer, I've got a pan mixer. That's tie your hand to what you're doing.
Absolutely.
So you want to make sure it's nice and turned off.
And then I'm sure you can use your hand too, just
Definitely
to break
use
up
your hand a little
anything
bit,
left.
but anything, if you want to look at, say, these bigger pieces that are still in the package, and then what you look in the package, or excuse me, in the bowl, we've definitely got smaller, more broken down pieces. So it makes it a lot easier.
Easy
I think
enough.
with more volume, it would probably break it down just a little bit quicker. You could also, if you really wanted to, you could take the chicken out, pat it off, and take the house before you put it in the mixer. But it's still, it is a time saver, and putting it all on the cutting board and chop, while you need to do other things.
Yeah, so like you said, that you could put together a meal very, very quickly.
Very easy.
You can set that, turn it on, and do everything else that you need to do, and then bring it all together in just minutes.
I love it because, you know, as I said earlier, work smarter, not hard, or work, not harder. And so you buy chicken that's already pre-cooked. put it into the mixer, and then you can actually put this chili recipe together in less than 10 minutes. So that's what we'll do next.
And we can keep this in the refrigerator too, and you can make a lot of different things out of that.
Absolutely.
That's a hack in itself, all that you can do with rotisserie chicken.
Absolutely, and the fact that it's already cooked and I don't have to take that step. So
that is wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing your hack, and then we're going to do some other great things here in the kitchen. Chef Tammy's going to reset and get her white chicken chili on the stove for us. But first, we do want to send it over to Mr. B, but I know you're going to come over here when we're doing that because yum, that sounds so great.